Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Disney Countdown Show, where myself, the magical millennial, and the dapper Danielle are on the same coast once again, but It's the other one. I'm on the East Coast this time. Danielle came over to the West Coast just a few months ago, and now I am in Florida using my Walt Disney World annual pass for the first time ever.
Y'all, she is official. She is a Walt Disney World annual pass holder.
That's right. That's right.
And she did bring my son to me. A lot of you have already started seeing that video circulating around. Not the orange bird son, but the second son, Chubby. He's here now too.
Yes.
And I'm very, very grateful.
I'm so glad.
You gave me a present also in the last time we filmed. You gave me the Kearney plush.
Yeah, I did.
And then you're like bringing me Chubby, and I'm like, I'm slacking here. I need to pick up the pace and bring you something next time.
I know. I just love buying. I love getting merch that like I wouldn't normally get because I did not get a Chubby popcorn bucket for myself. But I love him. I think he's very cute. And of course, I wouldn't get a Kermit for myself because I'm not the biggest Muppets person. I appreciate the Muppets.
Right.
I love Muppets, but I've watched maybe one or two movies in my lifetime. So I'm happy to provide the dapper Danielle the merch that she needs.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Yeah.
And we're having a lot of fun over here. It's been a fun. We were here yesterday and today. We got one more day tomorrow together, and it's been a blast.
It has been. We actually just came from Animal Kingdom. What's today's date? It is the 11th today of April. And let me give you a little bit of this is a Ratatouille weather forecast brought to you by the dapper Danielle. It was perfectly fine. A little windy this morning. Yesterday, beautiful weather, not that humid. But today, the skies decided to open up, and we were immersed into Pandora 2 or Avatar 2 and the whole water movie. The Way of Water.
Yeah.
We were living the way of water.
Yes, we were.
And
there was a tornado warning at one point.
Yes.
I didn't know Florida could get tornadoes. That was fun.
We can get everything. If we can get Florida Man, we can get tornadoes also.
True.
And it was good, but we were very productive. We did a lot of stuff for our side project we're working on also, which is Disney content.
Yes.
And it's been very chill.
It's been chill.
But
yeah,
I feel like
we'll get to a lot of the other things that have happened in the last 24 hours in just a moment. But we appreciate you guys listening in and watching, of course, now that we are together in the same room, which is always fun. But if you don't already, please be sure to follow us at Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all the good things. And of course, our personal socials, the magical millennial _ and the dapper Danielle.
That's right.
And we appreciate you guys following along and can't wait for you to see all the content coming from the East Coast.
And also making sure that you're following on Disney at Disney Podcast. Wait, that's not even right.
Pod Disney.
It's been a long No, that is not the name of our show. The name of our show is Disney Countdown Show, and that's on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and then Pod Disney over on the Twitter /X. I was going to get there eventually. And
sleep deprived.
A little sleep deprived. Megan and Eric, our friend Eric Beasley Appetite, who has been on our show before, they flew in on a red eye, and they arrived to Disney World yesterday morning at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
right.
I don't sleep on planes, so I did not sleep.
No, they took a 2-hour power nap and hit the ground running, and we were in the park by 9:30, 10.
About
10ish. And we were running, and you guys were leaving Epcot and the boardwalk area by midnight.
I'd say 11:30. Yeah. Oh, there's the dryer.
I was like, it's magical. It's singing to us. But so I don't know how you survived.
I don't know either. Even when we took a little journey over to Abracadabra. I don't know how I was not tired. I never at one point in the day, and I think it's all the Disney adrenaline, which I like to call it after getting off a red eye, that I did not feel tired. It was so weird. I feel tired right now.
It's like we're just relaxing. We're just sitting here
sitting down inside, out of the rain,
chatting for a second, having a chance to like breathe and like decompress over what's happened in the past 24 hours. But before we recap Oh, yes.
Celsius.
Hashtag not sponsored. But
Yeah. Celsius. Sponsor me. Sponsor us.
Or C4. That's what's in the Starbucks cup today. Yes, all the things. But before we jump into telling them all about our adventures in the past 24 hours, because a lot's happened, y'all.
Good things. All good things.
We do have some reviews and some other fan messages that we want to get through, as always, before we start digging into any of those. Do you want to go with yours first, Ms. Megan?
Sure, I can do that. Yes. So this first one here is from Movies Galore. Love that username. It says entertainment while on the road with little 5 stars right there. And Movies Galore says, I never write reviews and I'm pretty new to listening to podcasts. Yours was my second podcast that I followed. This one is so enjoyable. Friday, I was on the road for work and out stuck in some pretty bad traffic all day. I binged at least 4 shows and it absolutely made the traffic bearable and the time flew by.
Where were you in traffic for 4 hours?
That's brutal. I mean, are you in LA? I guess we know LA traffic is pretty terrible. This show is wholesome and lighthearted and I look forward to my long work drive so I can play a few more episodes. Thanks for adding extra magic to my day and always being so positive and engaging. Aww.
That was inspiring.
Movies Galore. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad we can help pass the time in traffic because Lord knows it's a brutal time being stuck in your car for that long.
Not to toot our own horn, but I thought we were very amusing during the Jungle Cruise one. So if you were
I thought the
episode,
episode was great. Yeah.
We amuse ourselves.
we were dad jokes galore.
Truly. Well, this next one I have is from Melody P, and it says, the only podcast I need, laughy face. Hold on, let me make sure I read this correctly. Huh?
Is that Melody Peoples?
Melody?
It probably is.
Oh.
And Melody, if you're watching, so to remind our people that are listening in or watching later, part of our Patreon is that we do have a live audience also that is tuning in as we're recording this episode. And Melody is one of our regular Patreon followers also. So this could be her also. Let's see if it is her.
Hi, Melody.
Hey, Melody, I'm going to be reading your review. And it says, the only podcast I need. Hello from Pennsylvania.
Hooray.
Hi, Pennsylvania. Danielle and Megan, I have been following you both on social media for quite a while. When I heard you had joined forces for a podcast, I couldn't tell you how excited I was. Your show is literally the only podcast I listen to. Winky face. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I recently turned 40 and decided to join your Club 33, and I am or DC 33.
Yes.
Well, she said Club 33, so we're
as in our Club 33.
Our
Melody,
Club
are you a
33.
club member?
Yeah, that's why she's here.
Oh no, I'm like as in Club 33. Like
no, she's joining our Club 33.
Okay, I was gonna say your Club 33. I mean like Disney's Club 33
No,
or
no,
like
no.
our DC 33.
She's part of our Club 33, the elite one.
Right, the more elite one. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
And she says, I am loving it so far. And as an East Coast girl, I've only ever visited Disney World, but land is on my bucket list for sure. Thank you both for creating such fun and informative show. Your podcast gives me very much needed a dose of Disney magic, especially in the doldrums in winter. That's a fun vocab word.
Doldrums, yeah.
In winter in the Northeast Pennsylvania. Thank you both for bringing magic into my day. Melody. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday and welcome to DC 33. We're happy to have you and happy you're in here. Hello.
Yeah, that too.
Yay.
Now, those were our reviews, and you can leave reviews over on our Apple.
Yes.
Well, Apple, I say this. It's ours.
Reviews on Apple.
Reviews on Apple.
Ratings on Spotify.
Yes.
Or you can DM us your reviews as well on the socials.
And that's what we have here. We call this our say mail.
Yes.
And do you want to read your fan mail?
I can do the first one here. We have from a loyal West Coast listener. So hello, my fellow lander. Hello, Megan and Danielle. I have never written a review for anything before, but felt compelled to write one for your show.
Wow, all these people.
I know.
Is it the same one or is this a different one?
No, this is someone from the Bay Area.
Wow, you're being all the
Which
people
is
that ever read reviews.
I know, yeah. I am a self-proclaimed Disney adult and grew up going to Disneyland. I am now raising the next generation of little Disney fans with my daughters, age 3 and 5.
Oh.
We have always had the Disney Kids playlist on in the car while driving around town, but now my littles even request to listen to Disney Countdown instead of music. What? Oh my God. I am so honored. It is so fun to listen to their own lists and opinions. We live in the Bay Area now, so only get to come to Disneyland once a year. But the show really helps fill my Disney bucket in between visits. Your show is so positive and uplifting, and I always feel better after listening. Megan, we're coming to Disneyland and DCA this weekend for Easter. Okay, so this was a few weeks ago, and I'm sorry if I didn't get to see you. And really hope we run into you at the parks. So yeah, I'm sorry if we didn't run into you. Danielle, I'm also coming to Disney World with my mom and sister in September and hope to see you and use all your tips in the parks. My 5-year-old daughter and I have also started joking about dreaming about churros. I'm very private, so didn't want to write this message on social media, but wanted to let you know how much we love the show. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that is really nice. Thank you. I love that one.
I love that the littles are getting involved. So
Yay! Yes,
we're listening. Hello, littles. Oh goodness, that's so sweet. Though,
yeah,
they must think we're entertaining too, which is nice.
Yeah, more than music. Oh my gosh!
Wow,
honored. Yes.
Well, I mean, anything. If we can beat the Encanto playlist right now, with
I don't know. We don't talk about Bruno,
but they talk about us.
Anyway,
but I have one more fan message over here, and it says, my absolute favorite thing to listen to during the week. Danielle and Megan bring so much joy and laughter into every episode, and it makes my whole day. I have been listening to If I Never Knew You on repeat since listening to the last episode, and I had no idea they animated that song and put it in 2005 release. Such a cool fun fact.
Yeah.
And I believe that's Marianella.
Marlena
on Instagram.
Marlena.
Thank you so much. See, I gotta have Megan double check the names for me because I can't pronounce names for the life of me.
I will say that I'm good. I'm pretty good with names. I'm not good with remembering names. That is my fault.
That's a totally different category.
It is a different category.
Totally
yes. Matching the face and the names.
Accurate.
But speaking of names, we got a few more Patreons.
Okay.
As part of our Patreon fam.
I appreciate that we put in how this one sounds. So you might have to do that one.
Someone did it phonetically. That was really nice.
Oh, Danny had to double check because we
really
do want to make sure we say your names correctly. And Danny, our producer, does know again how I act. So that's why.
Is it phonetically correct? It's not phonetically correct. There's a word. There's a letter that's wrong. I had a feeling. I was like, that doesn't look right. Look right.
You're gonna sing that one.
No. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's okay. It is the G is next to the H. That's so funny. Okay. So we have new Patreons. Hello, welcome everyone. We have Judy, Sarah, Mariah, Annie and Abe, Maria K, Jonathan, Rosie, Charlene, Taylor, and Matt. So those are our new Patreons. And of course, we want to welcome everyone because we just hit our 50th DC33 member. That is at the top tier of our Patreons. So hello to all of our DC33. They're actually in the chat right now watching us live. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we have some fun goodies coming your way if you haven't received it already.
So some of you probably have seen on our stories that we've been part of the DC33 family. We've been doing those new the founding family pins.
Yes.
And it's a little pin that we designed. If you were part of that initial 50, you are getting the ones that say founding member. The next group, if you are still signing on for DC33, don't worry, you are getting one as well. I have a totally another design. It's still our family crest, basically, but it just won't say founding member on it. It's still very sleek looking.
Really cool.
And we are working on getting those ones manufactured, and those ones will be heading out here very soon as well.
Yes. And you get your name shout out at the end of the episode. Like this episode's brought to you by, so that's a fun thing. Got some birthday messages too on your birthday. It's fun. It's a fun time over on the Patreon. And of course, depending on what you want to see, because every single Patreon, every single paid subscriber does get access to the bonus content that we create. And that'll include stuff that we make in the parks or just the bonus episodes with our 11 through 15s.
Access to the Discord also. My
My
phone's been blowing up and I haven't checked any of my Discord notifications. I'm going to have to see what all that's about afterwards. Yeah.
Meme town. Yeah.
For sure.
It's a good time.
Sure. But, okay. Should we tell them about what's happened in the past 24 hours?
Sure. Let's give an update. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Not anything crazy. You might have seen this if you were paying attention to, like, Megan's been doing a better job.
Stories, yeah.
She's been posting little tidbits on the stories. And so yesterday, we're just kind of producing it down. We're just walking around Epcot.
We were going to go take some pictures by Spaceship Earth. Obviously, we got to get our pictures.
Got to get in for the gram.
Yeah,
You know.
And we went to the new, help me with the name. I can never remember.
World Celebration Gardens, basically.
Yes, where the Walt statue is. And we looked at the Figment topiary that they put there for Flower and Garden.
And I'm pointing out, oh, look, he's made all those succulents. He's gorgeous.
And like, I forget who in our group turned to the right and pointed it out. Was it Danny?
Yeah.
And because a very noticeable trait of this man is that he has a long dangly earring on one side. And so we saw Mr. Joe Rohde himself at Epcot just walking around with a team of Walt Disney World cast members. We didn't know who they were, but it was.
We have a little clarification now, but
we do. Yes, it was a team of about 6 or 7, and he was showing them around and talking about something. And then he came in our direction, and he was working. We didn't really want to bother him too much, but
he was like actively, like, you know, when you're leading a group and you're like actively trying to teach somebody,
right?
And you're like, he's like pointing out stuff, and he's like, like at one point he had on like those angry, like, I'm teaching you eyebrows,
right.
So I think it was best that we didn't interrupt him, but when he was passing by and he got really close to our group, we were just like,
we had to say hi. It's like.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Thank you so much for all that you've done. For those of you who don't know, Joe Rohde is pretty much like the tippy top, like one of the best Imagineers of all time. He basically created Animal Kingdom and all the attractions and lands there. So he is a genius in terms of
Imagineer and creating the Mexico Pavilion.
Yep. Just on par with all of the great Disney Imagineers.
I wanted to so bad just like go up to him and just be like, so do you remember your lines that you said in Latin during the Spaceship Earth, like as a centurion? I'm like, also, can you confirm that you were the voice of Alexander Graham Bell in American Adventure?
Yeah, because that's the rumor, right?
That's the other one, and everybody says that's what it is. Yeah, but I don't have any like written proof of it. Yeah, and the other one I had confirmation from the actual Imagineer that did the actual voice recording that was doing all the talent finds.
Right.
This other one, I'm like, it's all hearsay, basically.
Yeah.
So that's why you haven't seen a video on it yet.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was cool to see him in person. I've never seen him in person. And and he looked very nice. He said hello. He reached out to me. He had touched me, and we weren't that close, but he reached out, and that's all I could ask for. He was like, oh, thank you. And that was great.
Yes. And then, so based off the picture that Megan posted, we did get confirmation from some of our friends that work over in Disney Animation. And what did they say to you?
Yeah. So my friend who works at the animation studios in Burbank said to me that those were some of the people on her Walt Disney Animation Studios team. So someone in animation was with Joe Rohde yesterday they were looking at the Figment topiary. I'm not sure what they could have been talking about. Danielle has a theory.
I have a couple different theories. My two theories is that, well, one plays into why the other person was here.
Right.
But one of the other theories is that after we left last night, and I found this out later, is that they were testing out the new pavilion, that building that's still under walls right there next to World Celebration. They turned on the lights, and they were testing the lights last night after the sunset.
Oh.
And we were on the opposite side of World Showcase, and we didn't see any of that happen.
Yeah.
But they were testing it out, and there's some interactive animation pieces that are going to take place inside of that building also.
That's cool.
So I wonder if it's like the crossover of Imagineering and animation, and they're doing a lot of stuff. There's also Disney Animation's been partnered up with to work on some new stuff on the Disney Treasure.
So the cruise line that's coming out next year.
Yes, on the new boat. And that's where later on in the evening, as we're leaving Boardwalk, or we're leaving Epcot, we go to Boardwalk. They're heading to Abracadabra. We're standing there. They're actually talking to Dapper Mom and Dad. We're hanging out there. Yeah. And Eric.
I mean, I kids listen to the podcast, I know, but we had we had a little fun around the World Showcase for the last 2 hours of the park. Okay, so we were like obviously enjoying some little Disney drinks going around. And but we were like doing fine at the end of the night. It was like, we're just walking, we're enjoying it. The weather was great, and we were talking to Dapper Dad and Dapper Mom.
And then Eric, beastly appetite, looks over his shoulder and he's like, "Oh, hey, Josh."
He goes, "Hi, Josh." Josh
tomorrow.
Walking by himself I'm assuming he was staying at the boardwalk.
Well, Dapper Mom confirmed because she was a friendship boat captain there, and she parked all the time behind the boardwalk. There is a presidential suite up there on the top floor, right there.
Yeah,
and that's usually where Bob Iger stays whenever he's on property. Is that room?
Yeah.
So that's probably where he was staying also.
Yeah. Yeah. So Josh was there and he was just walking by us, and Eric happened to see him and notice him, and he completely turned around, walked. I think Josh thought that like he might have known who Eric was.
The way Eric said it was so casual.
Like he was a friend.
It was like, hey man,
Josh, yeah,
how you doing? And then so Josh just kind of walks over because he can't remember if he's met Megan and Eric or not.
Yeah.
And so then Eric and then Megan, you kind of explained like, oh, well, I did meet you once.
He didn't remember. He didn't remember.
It was during the elemental thing.
I met him at elemental and I talked to him twice that night, but he doesn't remember. He meets people all the time, so it's fine. I was just like, it's good to see you again. And
at first he thought you both were cast members because you called him by his first name, like very like casually, which is very much a cast member thing to do to other cast members.
Yes.
And it was very amusing.
He was
the whole interaction.
I mean, he's a very nice guy. If you guys ever get the chance to like meet Josh or see him in the parks, he is so sweet. He talks to you just like a regular person. Like he's a very chill guy. He was just like walking by himself, chatted us up for a little bit.
And there at the end, I'm trying to like subtly plug. I'm like, oh yeah, we're here. We're going to be filming our podcast tomorrow.
We're content creators.
Wink, wink.
Here's our producer.
Here's our producer, Danny. Yeah. And we're like, kind of a big deal. Yeah, we're going to be at D23.
With media.
With media. You would get some backstage passes? Oh,
I know. He was plugging D23 and saying how exciting it was going to be this year.
And he did. So what's funny is I felt he kind of kept talking there for a second. And he said that today, as we're filming this podcast, he actually flew in the night before because he's flying down to the Bahamas and he's inspecting the new island.
Yes.
And then we said, oh, well, we saw Joe Rody. And he's like, oh, he'll probably be there too tomorrow because he had a major part to do with it also. And I'm like, oh. And then since we know that Disney Animation is also doing stuff for the Disney Treasure, I'm like, oh, it's all coming together also. If it's all cruise line stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Crazy.
So it all ties in. And we saw them both, which was weird. Like in the same spot as Joe Rudy at that moment. And then Josh walking by himself back to his hotel room. Just right there.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. Which is, it's so fun. I've never seen Josh by himself. He's always with people, like a manager or something.
See, and that's where I'm like, if we were on top of it and not so like weirdly starstruck, then I would have been like, yeah, abracadabra. You want a drink? Yeah, do you want a drink? Should I buy you a drink? Next time. I think we find Josh again.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Josh.
If you're listening, Josh, and hey, let us know. We'll get you. We'll talk to our bartender friends over there.
Both.
Both? Oh, we did both. Okay.
No stone unturned.
Maybe. Hey, our producer Danny, man, y'all know he's on top of it. He's ready.
We took a picture.
We did.
He was very nice.
He's very chill.
Very cool dude. Yeah. So that's what happened with meeting some pretty cool folks from over at Disney.
And then even this morning when we were in Animal Kingdom, there's a lot of name tags running around that they don't belong to normal like frontline cast members here in the parks or their leadership teams. We all think they're in corporate or they're all from California. And so we're all just kind of we get our Starbucks. And I'm just like, like trying to like, don't stare. That's what we're doing. It was, so I don't know. They were looking at us and like, there were some of those, like, they were doing some of those like talking things of like, and I'm like,
something was going on.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're trying to stir the pot or create tea, y'all, but the tea might be brewing. Is all I'm saying.
All I'm saying. We've been seeing some stuff happening over here.
But besides, I think that's really all the kind of tea that we have as of now on this trip. We still have another 48 hours. Anything can still happen.
Very true. Very true. We got Magic Kingdom tomorrow.
Yes.
The majority of the day. And then, we did Hollywood Studios was a pretty fun time yesterday.
Yeah. Hollywood was good. Tower of Terror You guys got on really quickly. We're kind of
Oh, the lines have been great, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the first time I've ever seen Hollywood Studios, at least since I went during the 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
That it was the emptiest I've ever seen it. I've
Crazy.
never seen Hollywood Tower of Terror have a 13-minute wait time, like in person. So that was cool.
I love it when Hollywood and Haunted Mansion are the only two here that will have 13-minute wait times because like
It's a
scary number 13, and so that's what they'll be at instead of like just putting on the 15-minute wait
or the 5-minute as like the walk on.
Right.
That is the walk on time. 13 minutes.
It's
for both.
It's
Haunted
13
and Tower.
which is really cool. I think that's really.
I think it's
cool.
great. It's awesome. Yeah, we only waited maybe 10 minutes for that. It was it was moving right along.
Well, even this morning, getting on Kilimanjaro safaris, like the posted time was like 40 minutes. I think we maybe waited 20,
Maybe if that. It kept moving. It didn't stop.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a ton of lightning lanes going on right now.
that's true.
Yeah,
a lot of people weren't buying it, but we're kind of in this weird. Spring break has officially ended for Florida schools, and there's still a couple northern Midwest schools that are still like finishing up spring breaks this week. So we're kind of evening back out. It's pretty nice.
it's been great.
Yeah.
We basically walked on to Expedition Everest. Well, also because it was pouring rain, so
They were crazy.
we went on in the pouring rain.
I sat in the undercover area looking over the water as you can barely see Expedition
it was
off
behind
the
a wall of
side,
water.
a wall of water. And so that way I'm just eating my baked macaroni and cheese
Yeah.
barbecue. And I'm like, they're wet now. They're going to need a towel afterward.
Yep.
Yes.
My hair is in a bun right now because it's just like it was soaked all the way through. So
Hey, keeping it real for y'all here on the podcast is what we're doing for sure. Well, I think that's about all the catch up we have, but we do have time for some Disney news. I call it a I think I got that down.
I think it was good.
Okay, but so we got some information while you've been over here that there are some new, well, not new, old but newer restaurants reopening in downtown Disney and Disneyland.
Yes. We have some downtown Disney news. I guess some West Coast news, I guess, just dropped. So Din Tai Fung, which is a very, very popular I guess dumpling spot. And it's going to open in summer. It's a very popular hot restaurant right in Orange County, and it's finally going to open in summer. We're very excited. That is a large building that is being constructed over by the Disneyland Hotel side, and you can, it's like right in front of you. You can easily see it when you walk in. And then we do have the oh my gosh, now I can't remember. It's Centrico, and there's another.
That's the rooftop bar.
It used to be Catal. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That will open, I believe. Also,
they said early summer. I think
summer as well. Yeah, because that if you look at it and you look at the walls around it and everything that's happening, it's pretty much almost done. So just a few more months for that to open too, which is really exciting. It's interesting that it's all going to open at different times.
Yeah,
because some of the stuff is going to be later this year. I wish I thought it was going to be like all together one big, opening of new downtown Disney. But yeah, but summer is great. That's all I can ask for is that, one of the best restaurants ever is going to open in summer. I love Din Tai Fung.
finally.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
finally, I know downtown Disney is.
I'm always game for food though. So like that'll be nice that it's open probably before D23, and that's why they're really trying to rush it.
Yes, because a ton of people are going to come in. Yeah.
See, then you go test it out, and then you tell me when I get over there if we need to go try it again. That kind of works out.
Honestly, let's just go.
You're like, we'll just make the reservation and now.
Which is, I don't know. I don't know if they take reservations. I feel like it's just, the one at South Coast Plaza, which is a mall that's in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach area, is, it's not, I don't know if they take reservations. It's just walk up, and the walk up is a 2-hour wait every single day.
If we have a listener that happens to work over there and can go ahead and book us a reservation, that'd be cool too.
It's going to be it's going to be as tough as Blue Bayou to get those reservations, I think, if they do take reservations. Yeah,
really?
It'll be the 60 days out thing.
Oh my.
It's going to be popping over there.
Well, one thing is opening. We have another thing closing here at Walt Disney World.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yes. We just got confirmation on this that here at Walt Disney World, Test Track will be closing for its reimagining on June 17th. So that is coming up. So June 17th is when Test Track will be closing for the summer, and then we'll be reopening, but we do not have a timeline of that. But while you guys were watching the fireworks, I did get some tea from the Epcot cast members that I just happened to run into off to the side. And then she's just like, Danielle. And I was just like, I'm going to talk to you over here because I didn't want to interrupt you guys watching the show.
Right.
And I'm like, it's luminous, y'all. You know why? It's not my favorite.
So I love it, but it's fine.
It's okay. So I stepped off to the side. I was talking to her, and she said what they're doing is that there is basically a trench that is being built over behind Test Track right now. And it is to redistribute the power supply.
Oh.
Because what they have planned, Test Track doesn't have enough electricity for.
No way.
So they are going to have to completely redo the electricity system. And she told me this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised. And she is just like, well, and because it affects their cast member area, right? That main walkway is right there behind Mexico and behind Test Track. And she's like, Danielle, the more they dig, the more and more it makes me nervous. And I'm like, well, why? And she's like, because that's where the sinkhole is, which is true. So if you did not know, there is a sinkhole that's located over between the Odyssey building, Test Track, and right there off the back corner of the Mexico Pavilion. And it is very fantastically covered up. They have a system where it's like a sheet metaling, all this other type of stuff to like basically cap over top of it. But as you start just like disturbing the earth around it, you make it angry.
Yes.
It's just like a Florida man. You like poke it a little bit, it makes it angry.
Yes.
And I keep referring it to that.
I know.
So I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I think that's why they haven't given us a timeline. Like we know this major refurbishment is going to be happening, but as they start doing stuff and replacing things, they're just going to keep finding more and more things. So this could take a long time.
That's it probably will. If it's an electricity issue, then yes, I could see that taking a while.
But I think everybody is very, very excited over this retheme.
Is so in support of the retheme.
Yes.
And the renovation. Which I mean, I'm a Test Track fan. I always have been. From the old one to this current one, I have always loved Test Track just because I have a need for speed and I love that it goes so fast when you launch out of there. But I get why people want it to change, go back to maybe like a nod to the old theme or something. I think that's the plan.
Well, it's actually making a reference to the original pavilion that was there before.
That's right.
Test Track.
What was that called again?
Oh gosh, I'm blanking
Something
out.
Earth. It was something like Earth.
Not Earth. No.
Oh, never mind then.
I mean, close. It's kind of talking about history and everything. Hold on. I had it right here.
That's right, Stat. Thrills all day.
Thrills all day.
Horizons.
Thank you,
Melody. Thank you.
You were thinking Earth.
RGC 33 team.
Yes. Yeah, Melanie knows. But yes, so it's making a nod to Horizons and like some of that history.
Okay.
But it's still going to be uniquely Test Track. So it'll be a good blend. But
it's not trackless, right? Based on it won't have a track.
It will still have a track, but I think what's happening is that they're realizing with this retheme that happened, right? This track did not change out.
Correct.
This is still copy and paste.
Yes.
The cars didn't change. They just
a little zigzag thing.
Right. They just added some electronic displays and changed a little bit of the colors and the theming.
Yeah.
But that means that track is older than what it should be.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that's also going to have to be gutted also.
Oh, no way.
That's just I don't know if that's for sure or not, but I'm thinking that's going to have to go too.
I mean, if who's covering it? Chevy?
Yeah, Chevrolet's still doing it.
I mean, if they want to pay that price, that's going to be a hefty price tag.
Well, like I said, I think they're going to keep digging and find more issues. So,
wow. Okay.
More tea to come as Dapper Danielle finds out.
More news to come. That's right. And we got also some more things over on the West Coast. As of today, they announced the foodie guide and some more merch that is coming for Pixar Fest over in the Disneyland Resort. It's going to happen at both parks, which is really exciting, from April 26th to August 4th. So a whole summer. We had a whole summer of one of my favorite things ever. They are keeping up with the food booths around for the first year ever because they're going to be all Pixar themed. from Food and Wine, it's going to go right into Pixar Fest.
See, you guys are starting to learn from Epcot.
We're
like they
learning
just
Epcot.
changed the signage.
We're keeping them
every
around. Yes, yes. I'm so excited. They're going to have things like, we got, let's see, Sea Monster and Friends Parfait from Luca. We have a sundae from Clarabelle's, which is up themed. It has balloons on top of it. That's immediately what I'm getting. Slinky, we got a Slinky Dog sipper, a Cocoa guitar
the
popcorn
sipper's
bucket. So cute. Yes. And a Magic Key popcorn bucket, which is Doug, which is what I'm getting as well.
Somebody was messaging me about it, but I haven't seen actual pictures of it yet.
Oh my gosh. So there, I have little pictures here.
You
From,
really?
a Disney food blog is my go-to usually. And let's see. So we got some pasta.
Oh,
We got some, of course we'll have some ratatouille.
that
stuff as
alien
well.
macaron
Keeps coming
cannot
back.
die.
It keeps coming back.
They just put a Santa hat on it. Christmas,
They put vampire teeth on it.
Halloween,
Every single time.
every
We
time.
got, I mean, there's so many good things though, and I'm really excited. Yeah, it's called the Alien Macaroon.
Macaron.
So we got cheeseburger pizza slice from Toy Story. This is at Alien Pizza Planet. An Earth Pat's cake. I don't know what that is, but it's from Seoul, from Cafe Orleans. It's lemon cream cheese mousse with mango passion fruit. Nice.
Which is very fitting to go along with the whole like Bayou, Louisiana jazz vibes.
Totally.
Like
Yes.
that makes sense. Okay, I could dig that. I like that crossover.
That's so exciting. I like Silencio Bruno sandwich at Jolly Holiday. I'll be getting that.
So does that mean when your order's done, do they scream at you, Silencio Bruno?
I
And that's
sure
how you know
hope
your
so.
food's done?
I sure hope so. They don't call it, yeah. They don't call it names. It just says Silencio Bruno.
That'd be great.
Oh man, it's everywhere, guys. The whole all summer long, they're gonna have at quick service restaurants. They will have something Pixar inspired, or sorry, most quick service restaurants at both Disneyland and California Adventure. And
That's
I'm
crazy.
just seeing now they got Chili Con Queso is getting a Luigi and Guido cone, which is cheese tortellini, pomodoro sauce, and mozzarella. No, we
sounds like
never
something
get
right up your
anything.
alley.
Oh my god, we never get anything besides Halloween, which is usually the hot Cheeto mac and cheese, and then everybody's favorite, the pesto cone for Christmas for the
Oh
holidays.
yeah, we have a
We
whole
never
2
get
episodes
anything.
dedicated to that.
It's so exciting! Oh my gosh, I love tortellini. So yeah, and it's just I can't wait. It's a foodie's paradise and a Pixar lover's paradise this summer.
Oh.
It's gonna be great.
That is going to be good.
Mhm.
Besides that, I don't really have anything super major going on also over here at Walt Disney World. We did kind
We
of
have Season of the Force that just started. I kind of got to experience all that. If you guys are going to Disneyland before June 2nd, I highly recommend going over to Galaxy's Edge and seeing the fireworks if you can, because the John Williams scores from the movies play as the fireworks are going off from Wondrous Journeys. So they do just Wondrous Journeys outside of Batu, and then once you're in, you will hear from all around because that sound system is brand new. You'll hear the music playing, and I just watched it for the first time, and it was really fun, really cool.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we do have some listeners we know that listen from Tokyo Disney. And one thing that I'm really jealous of is that they are doing a celebration from now through, I believe it's June 30th. It is called Donald's Duck.
Yes.
Or
saw that.
wait, what is it called? I just said it the other day. Donald's
Hang on. We shall look at it.
City or Quackiest something. They're very punny with their verbiage.
Yes, this is Quacky Celebration.
Oh yes,
Donald the Legend.
because he's turning 90 this year, y'all.
Mhm.
So Donald is super, super loved over in Tokyo Disney and in the Asia Park specifically.
Here
Here
in Europe, you said, right?
Oh yeah, especially
Ducks.
over in like
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Disneyland Paris does something.
For-
You know
for
who's
sure.
not going to do something?
Where we are right now.
Am I bitter?
Lance not doing anything either, so
Well, at least you got Pixar Fest and season
we
of the
do
Force.
have those. Yeah. Mhm.
I got a pair of Bobble Bar earrings. That's all I got. Anyway,
Those are cute though.
they are cute. They are cute.
Mhm.
But y'all, I highly suggest getting over onto Tokyo Disney side of social media of like TikTok and Instagram.
Mhm.
All of their social media influencers have been taking video of their parade, and Donald Duck has literally taken over the park. He has his own statues. Anything that's like Mickey Mouse emblem is like plastered over the top with like Donald silhouettes.
That's so cute.
It's really, really cute. So definitely go check that out too. If you are a big Donald Duck fan, which based off of our previous episode, we know a lot of you are major
Mhm.
fans of him also.
which I mean, you gotta love Donald. How could you not love
It's true.
Mr. Donald Duck? Yes.
It's true. Yes. All right. Well, should we go ahead and jump into it? I feel like we've talked a lot. I don't know if we necessarily had time for a game today.
I don't think we're gonna have time for a game. But so sorry again. We have gone through this entire episode without saying what we're counting down.
Oh yeah, I guess that's kind of important too.
It's something that we do here. We just like to keep you on edge and keep you, in the dark until we announce it. So we are counting down our top 10 Disney parks queues. So the lines that you wait in for however long for the rides. So
That's true.
that's what we're counting down. And this is from any Disney park across the world, which I don't know. Do I have any? No, I don't. Not in my top 10 at least. Dang it.
From Disney World?
From like any parks, international.
Oh, international parks. Well, I
Heritage.
haven't been to those ones, so I can't really give my 2 cents on that. You have,
Yeah.
but I have not. So again, to our international followers, we're so sorry. Again, we're gonna start adding that slowly into our repertoire,
We do.
so we can. It's me trying to be all fancy and French right there. Repertoire and
The repertoire.
The repertoire.
Yes.
But so very, very exciting.
All right. So I want to get into it.
I think.
We're going to count down our 6 through 10 or 10 through 6.
Oh my gosh, I'm not ready. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, with my list, I have all my numbers here.
Come on, Danielle. I didn't have my slow book with me here.
I didn't have the book.
It's at home. Oh no. It's okay. So you go ahead and start off with explaining yours, and I'm
Okay.
going to pull up mine again as
Okay.
best as I can.
Can do. All right.
Okay.
So my number 10, this one is going to be over in Disneyland, and it is Jungle Cruise. Now, I never like waiting for this ride if it's over 30 minutes, but
Oh.
if it's 25 or if it's 30 is my max. I don't mind waiting because there is music. There are things to look at, especially upstairs. You have the little shadow boxes of the little beetles and the butterflies, all the bugs. You have I believe there's nods to Society of Adventures and Explorers.
There definitely
Explorers
are
and Adventures
in Disney Worlds.
in Worlds. I think we have some too. I think maybe you have to really look for them.
It's been a hot
the
second
little
since I've been in your queue. I think
Okay.
that's why.
And I just love that it goes upstairs. There is a bird that squawks at you as you walk down the stairs, but I think he's still there. Sometimes they take him out for some reason.
Oh, I thought
when they air
had a real bird.
this animatronic bird. He's like this giant bird that squawks at you. And then I don't know if he's there. I haven't been in that queue in a while. It's kind of like how they airlifted our elephant out of the park.
She was a fairy.
They like to refurb our animatronics from time to time. So maybe he's taking a break. But yeah. And I love Jungle Cruise in general. I think it's a great ride. Sometimes I if Indy's broken down or if I wanted to rope drop Indy and it's not open yet, I'll go on Jungle Cruise and there's no line. It's great. Yeah.
Well, my number 10 is because, I don't like the ride. Okay. And I think some of you think of this, but no, it's not what the one you're thinking of.
Ooh.
Is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
I love that you put that as your number 10.
Because, I love the queue. I love going
great,
in.
right? Yeah.
I like that you're going into Xandar. And the whole theming is that if you have not experienced Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind here at Epcot, it is the idea that you were going into a pavilion made by the Xandarians, connecting the Terrans to we are Terrans, Earthlings. Are Terrans to the Xandarians, and they are demonstrating a new teleportation device, and everything goes horribly wrong. So it sets it up as if you're walking through an old Epcot pavilion and having all the displays and the models and the interviews. And I think it's really, really cool. So because I won't ride the ride. I mean, I have.
She's been on it.
But I don't want to. So, but it's one of the rides where, if I'm with other people, I'll totally wait in the queue with you for that one. That's great. I know where the chicken exit is. We're all good.
Oh yeah.
So that's why it did get put there right at my number 10 spot.
It's just a great queue. The leading up to when the pre-show kind of starts is beautiful. That main room, all the lighting, all the effects, some of the what's it called, holograms or something ish with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they're kind of like holograms, screens.
Well, they are holograms in a weird way because they're one of those fast moving pieces that's like a projection nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then obviously we love the pre-show with Mr. Terry Crews and,
Iconic.
and the room transforms.
Yes.
So it is great. I mean, they did such a good job with it. So love that. Love that for your number 10.
That was my number 10.
Love it. All right, my number 9 is, let's see, where do I want to put? Oh, yes. Okay, so it's going to be over here in Magic Kingdom, and it is Peter Pan.
Ooh.
And this is one of the rides that I love doing Peter Pan. I will say that your ride is not as good as ours.
It's not. We've talked about this.
Ours has been updated. But however, our queue 1,000 times worse than yours. 1,000. There is nothing going on in our queue.
We so close, and these little tiny chains.
It was made in the 50s. It is all outside. It's
Not
long.
ADA accessible.
It's awful to wait in. I'm not gonna lie, because obviously we know the load time is so slow. So that's why the line is so slow. And yes, but the queue here, amazing. There's like the Tinkerbell effects. There's the little room that you see as you're walking through. It's just so much more enjoyable. And obviously, like, there's probably AC in there, right?
Oh yeah, there's definitely AC.
So
it's all
great.
covered, so you're out of the rain.
Mhm.
It's pretty enjoyable.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I think I went on it for the first time in 2021. And I didn't go on it before that for some reason. So I was like, oh, now I get why people like this ride. And there's the small world across the way. You're just like, that's cute. What a cute small world you have.
It's adorable. Why does it look like that?
Why is it like that?
If you can guess that one did not make our top 10.
No.
No,
it did not.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, there's my number 9. Number 9.
Yep. Well, my number 9, I'm actually sticking with the Guardians of the Galaxy theme. Number 9 for me is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout over in California Adventure.
Oh, okay.
That's another one too of like, I know where the chicken exit is for that one also. And but I love the Easter eggs.
Oh, so many
that are hidden in there. Again, it is weird not to Tower of Terror in a weird way.
Yes, I'm talking
but
about,
you're going through the collector's collection, and you are about to take a tour, and then Rocket is trying to break his friends out that are a part of this tour also. I love the Rocket the Raccoon animatronic. I think he is very, very impressive. If you did not know, there is a hidden Figment in the queue also. So again, my Epcot friends, he's living over in California also. And yeah, so I like going in there and just like staring at everything. Yeah, is really what it is.
It's really cool. I love what they have some moving little mini animatronics, like Cosmo in the collector's. He's so cute. Yeah. And they do have like Mickey and Minnie are hidden in there in the first room.
One of the Yetis is hidden in there.
We have the old Yeti from the Matterhorn. Like legit, like not a replica. He's literally, they took him from the Matterhorn and put him in the collector's warehouse, which is like the basement area.
Crazy, so cool.
So I love that you chose that one.
Yeah,
I feel really bad that that's not on my list. So.
No, because there's also a bench right at the exit too, kind of similar to the one for Cosmic Rewind. Is that there's a bench right there, and you get to listen to the playlist of everything that almost made the attraction.
That's on, I think, a lot of Guardians 2 soundtrack is playing at the end of the ride.
So I just sit there and I just listen to the music. I'm like that little old lady, like, you guys go right on the ride. I'm going to listen to my tunes.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love the music that is both on the ride and at the exit. Yeah, it's great. Guardians 2 is my favorite soundtrack. I would listen to that on repeat in my car when I had CDs in my car. Oh, back in the day.
Well, that's my 8, 9, and 10 are both Guardians themed, which is shocking.
Yeah, that is shocking.
Both rides I do not ride, but I like the queue.
I love that. All right, number 8 for me. Okay, number 8, and I think some people are going to be shocked by this. It is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Forbidden Eye. Because that it scares the ever-living crap out of me. First of all, it used to, because now it doesn't anymore, because for those who have been on it recently, you'll know that they did take that moving pole that when you would shake it, that room would make a loud booming noise and little spheres would fall from the ceiling, just subtly, but they would come down to simulate you getting speared, I guess, in that room in the booby trap.
Right.
But yeah, so that would happen. And it was so loud. I feel like they might have actually gotten complaints about how loud it was and how scary it was. Because I am one who I do not like loud, surprising noises. Hence why I don't like the pirate ship scene in Fantasmic, because it's so loud. But I appreciate that it is so immersive. And we don't have a ton of that over in Disneyland. I feel like you guys have a lot
That's
of
true.
the cool immersive queues.
That's probably one of your longest inside queue lines.
It is. It's very long.
Just queues. I say queue lines out of habit. And every time I say queue lines, somebody will say in the messages of one of my videos, you're being redundant. You're saying line. I'm like, listen here, Linda. You don't know English ain't my first language. Okay. So, I mean, it is. But
yeah. No, it's,
I can't recommend.
We know what you mean. We got you. Yes.
Okay.
And I will say I don't really like being outside in the Indiana Jones area. However,
Right.
I mean it's nice. It's always shaded. It's covered. It's
Not
fine.
bad. They have a nice soundtrack, just like Jungle Cruise.
They do. I do like the inside, and I appreciate that you walk straight through it. The only time you'll ever wait for Indiana Jones inside is when you hit that big room with the people that says don't pull the rope. You'll probably always stop there before the safety spiel in the next room. Which, by the way, I have been every time I go in Indiana Jones now and go on that ride, I've been always saying, bring back Eye on the Globe, because I cannot listen to Sala as much as I love him. I cannot keep listening to him on repeat, talk about the safety spiel thing and say the word suddenly.
Wait, Eye on the Globe was
2
like
times in a row in one sentence.
that newsreel, right? It was like a newsreel, like Eye on the Globe.
Yes, they would talk about how you would get earthly riches, fountain of youth, all that good stuff. And they would like actually have a black and white reel of there are 3 of them. There were 3 different versions because and then it would go to the safety spiel again. 3 different videos of Eye on the Globe.
See, and that was like part of building the whole theming of why you were even going on this adventure.
This is what Temple of Forbidden Night is. This is why we're here. Yeah.
I didn't realize they got rid of that.
Oh, it's not there anymore. They just do the whole safety thing like over and over again. And y'all, it's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts because you will hear it 3 times waiting in that room. Like,
well, now I know. Now I'm going to pay attention to it now.
Someone did message me and say there is a reason that is not back, and I feel like I can't remember the reason, but someone did mention it. It might have been
made for continuity.
It could be continuity. Why did they get rid of it? I'm gonna try to find the message. I'm gonna try to find the message.
Okay,
let's go to your number 8.
Well, I will go on to my number 8.
Yes, go ahead.
My number 8 is okay. I'm going to be a little redundant in my list, but I am going to say my number 8 is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway here at Walt Disney World.
Cute.
And my reasoning why, and I've made a video about this. It actually has done very well over on Instagram, but our rides, though they are very similar for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Yes, we have one in Disneyland in Toontown, and we have ours here in Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World. Ours is you are entering into the Chinese theater. Pause.
Yes. No, sorry.
Okay.
I got really excited that I found the message.
Oh, okay. We are. You enter into the Chinese theater. It is like you're just waiting in line for a normal movie, and then you go into a movie theater, and it transforms you into the cartoon world.
Yes. Yeah.
And I love the extreme change. So it's one of those things of like, oh my goodness, look, the textures and the colors are completely different here. And those little tiny differences I think are very cool. And people complain about it. They're like, oh no, Disneyland's is better. I mean, it is better in a weird way, but it's also very different. You can't compare the two because the timelines and the storylines are 2 totally separate things.
Yes.
So that's why this one is at my number 8 spot for Mickey and Minnie's Disney World Edition.
Okay. I totally get that.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that you put that in there. And I actually have not been on it since I think 2021.
Really?
I need to go on yours again. Yeah, I haven't and that was the abbreviated queue. We couldn't wait inside too long at that time.
Oh, because it was still socially distant.
Yeah,
so you were like literally just jumping, and you probably missed all the Mickeys before in the first room.
I think we need to go on it again. Yeah.
Well, I'm gladly take you. That's not a problem.
No, I know. I'd love to do it. I mean, I'm glad that of course we have it over in Toontown, but I think I need to go back on this one. Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. All right. So I did find the message, y'all, about why Eye on the Globe has not returned and probably won't return. It's because you must hear the safety spiel. This is, I guess, a rule or a law or something with Disney. You have to hear it when you walk through the attraction queue. And some people would miss it because Eye on the Globe was too long, apparently. So if you have a lightning lane, which is they actually did do this. They would split the line. There would be the one that zigzags, and there'd be the one that goes straight through. So I think if you had a fast pass back in the day and now a lightning lane, you could potentially like miss the whole safety spiel. which is, yeah.
So what I'm hearing is somebody tried to sue and said, well, I didn't hear it.
Probably.
Mm.
People ruin things.
People do.
We can't, this is why we can't have things.
Listen, that's why they're just telling you to wear your seatbelt. Don't make it such a big deal.
Yeah, I know. I think the safety spiel could be abbreviated and maybe have a shorter eye on the globe or something like that.
Maybe. Or at least just say, you're about to enter into this adventure with Indiana Jones. Like,
I mean, they filmed it probably 40 years ago or something.
you're not wrong.
Or 30 years ago.
Not 40.
Danny, when did Indiana Jones open?
20?
Were you looking at me because I'm old enough to remember?
Listen, Agent One.
This little man over there in the corner.
No,
With your
he-
reading glasses on while you look at your phone. I want to say it was like, had to be late 90s. I
Yeah.
would say.
It was 90.
Like 96, 97.
Because Dinosaur was made first. And
I
then
got it.
the
No,
track
no.
was. Dinosaur wasn't first?
No,
Indy was first?
of course it was.
Oh, Indy was first because we have your abbreviation on our cars.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, I got them flip-flopped.
Yeah. And I went on Indy when I was 4 or 5 years old for the first time.
Okay.
March 3rd, 1995.
95.
I was only 12 at that time.
It was 2.
Thank you so much.
That was Danny, everyone. Thank
Thank you.
you.
My hotel now. Thank you.
And the podcast abruptly ends.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Cancel.
No. But thank you for clarifying
Thank
that
you.
for us.
You were 2. Wow.
Yeah.
So you never got the decoder card that they used to give you?
No,
So
but they
you like
did-
read that
They
that's
did a
different?
version.
They did a version of that recently
Like an actual physical one?
with physical card. Yeah. Yeah,
That
they
was
did
the
that.
coolest thing back in the day.
That is pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah. They brought that back for, I don't know what they brought that. Wait, was it for the movie? It might have been for the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Were you born yet at that point, did you?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I'm not that young.
Are you saying
I was
93?
2 weeks old.
Yeah, I'm a December 93 baby.
Sorry,
It's your
almost
fault, too.
94.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, so funny. I'm so sorry. Melody's like, I was 11, Danny.
Hey,
Hey,
Melody.
hey,
Melody.
My generation.
Yes. And
Hell yeah.
yes. See, everybody's coming to defend you at
Thank
the
you,
time.
friends. The geriatric millennials must stick together.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I think we're number 7.
We are number 7. Thank you for the sidetrack. That was your ratatouille for this episode.
Just the Disney Ratatouille. Okay, so number 7 for me is going to be Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios, because I can't believe I put this and not Guardians on my list. But anyway, I love Tower. I've always said that Tower of Terror is the best version of that type of a ride. I would absolutely put it over Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, because of how it's just like, I love Twilight Zone. I was obsessed with Twilight Zone years ago. I would watch the marathons during they always had it for New Year's and 4th of July, and I'd be binge watching it. And I love the queue. I love the eeriness of the lobby and the desertedness. Like the way it looks is so beautiful. Love the little like subtle kind of not jokes, but little puns that they put in there. The stairs or something on the board.
So when you are separating into the 2 pre-show rooms, there is a little marquee sign, and some of the letters have fallen off. And if you go right up to the glass, like put your nose up against the glass, and you look downwards, the letters that have dropped spell out "Take the stairs,"
which is awesome. I think that's so cool.
Very cool.
It's so smart. And I just love it. I love the queue. I love the pre-show. Always have. I remember I memorized that pre-show when Tower of Terror came over to DCA.
Yes.
I memorized that pre-show. We got to go to the annual pass holder previews back in the day when they did those for us. And so me and my mom were the only ones in that room at the time. We had our own elevator to ourselves. And
wow.
Yeah, I got obsessed with Tower and Twilight Zone at that time. So I had to put it in my top 10.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Makes me happy, even though it's scary.
I just like the soundtrack.
Great.
Oh, you know what? I'll explain it here in a second. But number 7 for me was Slinky Dog Dash. And okay, this one would have maybe been up higher on my list because you know how much I love the voice of Slinky Dog, and I love the ride itself. I really like all the small details of you are shrunk down to the size of a toy.
Yeah.
You can see how Andy supposedly created this queue, right? And so you can see the pieces of gum, you can see the straws and the number 2 pencils that are holding up the structure before you board into Slinky Dog, and like his giant coloring page of how he was going to put his 2 like game pieces together to make Slinky Dog. I like all those details.
Yeah.
The only reason why I did not move up higher in my list is lack of AC and how hot that queue line gets.
It is hot because it's technically outside.
It's very outside.
Yeah. And that was my issue with it when I first went on it, is because we went in February or March. It was February, but it was a hot February.
Oh.
And yeah, it was a little bit warm standing out there for that one.
Yeah.
And it gets, I think we waited about an hour.
Yeah.
Our first time. I really wanted to do it. And that was the only one the last ride we had. So we had to wait for it. But it's a great ride.
It is great. And like I said, it's fun to look around at. And I love the entry into that point. So,
at night, it's really pretty. I like
it's
it at
so
night.
Pretty at
Yeah.
night. And then it's a little more relaxing because it's a little cooler.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So that's why that one's sitting right there in my number 7 spot.
Love that. Great choice. Great choice.
Thank you.
All right. Are we down to number 6 then?
We're down to number 6 already.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much again for listening. We appreciate it. And of course, if you want more, if you want the bonus content, we got our paid subscribers and our Patreon. If you would like to join, we have a lot of fun over there. You can, of course, search Disney Countdown Show on the Patreon. It's also in our episode notes. And, or of course, follow us on the socials because we post some fun content there as well at Disney Countdown Show, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, the Magical Millennial, the Dapper Danielle. And let's get to our number 6. All right.
Okay.
Mine is going to be our Haunted Mansion.
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
I chose ours.
is this going to okay? Did Disney World get on it at all?
No. Maybe
our courtyard beat out your.
I mean, our stretching room beat out your courtyard.
Okay, that makes sense. That's different. That's different.
So,
and you do have a lot more of like being in the basement, like getting onto the attraction. You have a little more interactive queue.
Yes, we do.
Visually there.
Exactly. So I feel like, and I think this is even going to be heightened when they finish the new queue that they are currently building. I love our stretch. First of all, we do have a real stretching room that actually does move as an elevator. I like our graveyards. I like our little plenty graveyards that we have, or the tombstones, excuse me, on the main queue portion. I love our little pet graves that we have outside. Our house, I think, is a little bit nicer than yours. I'm sorry. I like the look of our house better. I think ours is the best. And I do like after the stretching room that we have the paintings do switch as you walk. Yours is on the ride when you are in your dune buggy. So, and our turning heads as well that follow you, also part of the queue technically. Instead of on the ride, which you have more. I will say, I love your library scene.
Oh, our library is
gorgeous. I think I think I like the scenes on your this haunted better because I like the library and I like the attic with the feet walking. I love that. The staircase.
But that counts as part of the actual ride itself.
But that's not the queue.
Those are your favorite pieces in your queue.
Exactly. So I had to pick our queue because I do think it is slightly better. I know a lot of people might disagree, but yeah. And we'll see. I'm excited to see how this new queue is going to look once it opens next year.
I assume they'll take some inspirations from what they did to update our
100%. They'll have interactive pieces. I fully believe it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like Madame Leota opening her eyes. I do like that about yours. That's like one of my favorite parts.
She had a rose. A cast member placed a wilted rose on top of her gravestone the other day. So walking through, like it looked really cool in photos. If you're trying to get the dramatic grainy shot, it was really cool.
That's cute. Yeah.
Well, that's a good number 6 option.
Thank you.
I'm wondering what your 1 through 5 are going to be. I have a guess, but
I think you could probably guess at least one of them.
Probably.
Yeah.
But my number 6 is Tower of Terror.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
beautiful. We were so close.
We were so close. And I was even thinking, I'm like, oh, she just swapped that one with mine.
Oh, that's so good.
But number 6 is Tower of Terror for me because like it was like Slinky Dog and that one were switched, but because again, I think the AC really bumped that one around.
Yeah.
Again, Tower of Terror is a ride I will not ride. Love, obsessed with the theming. I love the architecture, the music.
Music. Yes. I meant to mention that too.
I had the
Music's great.
link. I'm gonna have to post it in the Discord, and I'm also gonna have to send it to you, Megan.
Mhm.
Some person create the eerie soundtrack that happens in the courtyard with the like we'll meet again.
Yeah.
And it has like that grainy, ghostly overtone to it.
Mhm.
Somebody pulled that whole audio and has it on YouTube. And it's pulled from the Disneyland Paris attraction, but I believe it is identical to what is here at Walt Disney World.
And probably was ours too.
Probably.
Back then, yeah.
So it is all the cue, it is all the music, all the 1920s, 30s era music. It is so good.
I love that. And that's
So
what I
good.
miss about Tower at DCA. The music waiting for that ride was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Enjoyed
the
it.
ambiance.
Yeah.
I was very blessed during last Jollywood nights here at Hollywood Studios. I dressed in all 1920s, flapper inspired, and I'm trying to get like selfies. And the cast member's like, "Do you want to step into the lobby?" And I was like,
Oh,
yes. You got to go to the lobby. And so she helped me, and she's like, "Okay, we'll take down the thing, stand right here." I wasn't able to venture around or go behind like the lobby desk. But I was able to at least step onto the carpet, so that way I didn't have like a stanchion right there blocking me, and go take my like dramatic black and white photos. And that was a really cool moment. And it made me love the queue in that area even more. So hate the ride, love the theming. Chicken exit every time.
I love it. And I love that you chose rides that you don't go on, but you like the queue. That's exactly. that was like 3 out of your 5 this episode.
It really was. That's unfortunate.
That was great. I love it. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, yeah, there's our 6 through 10, y'all, and we'll be back next week with our 1 through 5. And I, of course, there's probably some picks where you're like, where the heck is this ride? That's probably going to be in our 11 through 15.
That's true. And we do have a special guest that will be joining us for our 1 through 5 also.
Yes.
So you'll see a little bit of cut. We've already recorded that portion of the episode, but it's a lot. It's a lot of fun.
It's going to be some high energy for this next
I'm glad we filmed that before you came, because after this trip, you're not going to be functioning at all.
I would have been like, oh my God. Just like,
you would have been done.
I would have been done. Yeah. No, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And
we think y'all will like it also.
Yes. And of course, if you agree with our choices, or if you want to fight us on our choices, you can leave us a DM or leave us a review on Apple. But thank you guys again so much for listening. And we're excited for next week.
Yeah, for sure. Some more. I think we're going to have some more Disney news drop here probably in the next week, especially as stuff has just slowly been coming out. And we're not even anywhere close to D23 yet. This makes me more and more nervous as more and more things are being announced that more information is coming.
Yeah, I think a lot is coming soon. So get ready, guys.
Oh my.
Well, thanks again for listening, guys. And until next time, have a very magical day.
And night night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight.
Bye now.
Yay! This episode of the Disney Countdown Show is brought to you by our members of our exclusive Club DC 33.
Mayor B 13.
Zach Brown.
Lindsay Marie.
Danielle Boudreau.
Liz.
Kayla.
Maggie, Millennial Speaker of the House.
Sarah.
Piper.
Nikki.
Mark O.
Janelle.
Hannah Trebert.
Stephanie.
Cammie.
Haley Rose.
Debbie F.
Gab.
Shalimar.
Mindy.
Vicky Lovett.
Courtney Yarborough.
Brianna.
Emily.
Amber.
Julia.
Jessie.
Kiki.
Leanne.
Bernie.
Jeffrey.
Melody P.
Adam.
Heather.
Ann Wick.
Chica.
Aspen.
Diana at the Castle.
Ashes.
Mickey.
Alicia.
Emily in Wonderland.
Mariah S.
Dr. Jonathan Giles,
Maria Kay,
Charlene,
Skipper Jim.
Matt Powell.
To have your name read at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.